Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to get that perfect everyday soft glam using all neutral shadows, all nude everything, my favorite type of glam. So if you guys would like to see how to get that perfect everyday soft glam, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did my left eye off camera just for the sake of time, and I'm going to go ahead and begin with the eyes. I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Desi and Katy Friendcation palette. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this shade first, and that's going to be all over my crease. You do not have to be neat with this. Literally just buff it, blending all over the crease. We want this eye to be natural, so you literally do not have to be precise or add a lot of shadow. We're just gonna do a nice messy eye, but still looks good. And I'm using the MAC 224 brush. I'm gonna add everything down in the description below, but if anybody wants to know and doesn't want to look down there, it is the MAC 224. And literally you are just putting this in the crease. And then after that shade, we are gonna be using this one down here with a Morphe JH40 brush. This one's a little smaller. We're going to be a little more precise with this one, but again, you do not have to be extra careful with this because we are just going to blend everything out. You are just going to keep this one lower than the other one. So the other one went a little higher in the crease, a little more messy. This one you're going to have it a little more precise and a little bit lower in the crease. First, I'm just going to pack it on, packing on most of the product on the outer corner. And then I'm going to blend that out. Once I have less product on the brush, I bring it in. And just with windshield wiper motions, we're just going to blend that all out. You can also go back in with the other brush. And with that other shadow, the first shadow we used, and just blend it all together so it doesn't look unblended. Alright, and now with the darkest shade, which is this one right here, the same brush that we used before, you're going to take a little bit and just on the outer parts of the eye, outer corner, you can bring it in a little lower here. You're just going to pack that on, and then again go back with the other brush to blend it all out. But this one, you do want to keep it on your outer corner. Alright, once your eyeshadows are all blended nicely, you're going to take a little bit of your concealer. This isn't necessary whatsoever. I like it just to clean up the lid a little bit. You're going to take a little bit of concealer and just apply it on the lid, which is where we're going to apply that light shade. And I like it just to bring back light to the eye. You don't have to do this, but I like to. And then you're going to take that really light shade right here. And you can take it on a brush and just pack it on. This brush is one of the brushes that come in the Anastasia palettes. I love this brush. You're just going to pack it all over. I like to bring it up to my crease, and then after I will blend it again. But while you're packing it on, just make sure you bring it to the crease. I look like that. You don't have to be precise again. We're just going for a nice blown out neutral eye. I'm going back in and just blending it out. And now you are going to take that dark shade again. Well, both. You're going to mix this one and this one. And I'm going to use the Morphe JH42. It's a little tiny little brush. You're going to take those two shades, I usually blend them, take the darker one, and you are just going to apply it like if it were liner, and you're just going to tight line. Right on the lash line. And then what I like to do after to blend out the eye is I take this one, the lighter one, and I take the JH40 brush, and I just buff it out and blend it all together so it doesn't look like a straight line, just so that it looks nice and blown out. Like so. Literally, you just blend it until you don't see a harsh line. Then I go back in with that really, really light shade that we use on the lid and just apply a little bit over, just to bring back some lightness to the eye. This is really the quickest eye, where it's quick, but you still will look like you have an eye done. Honestly, you pop on some lashes and it looks like you have a full-on eyeshadow look. I mean, this is full-on eyeshadow, but more natural than what I do. And I like to bring it out with no extra product. Had a brain fart. With no extra product, you literally just bring it out. I like to do it just so it gives me like that extended eye. You don't have to do this. You can keep it in your, like, strictly on your eye, but I like to bring it out a little bit with that same shadow. Again, adding no product to the brush. You're just blending everything out. And that, my friends, is your eye. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes off camera, and I will be right back for skin. Alright guys, now for foundation, I'm going to be using the Morphe Fluidity foundation. I put it right in the back of my hand and take my beauty blender and just bounce that on the skin. Now, you can go a little more natural on foundation. I personally just always do full coverage. I very rarely do light foundation, to be honest, but you can go lighter on foundation, honestly. But if you're someone like me who likes full coverage, go ahead and do full coverage. You're still going to look natural no matter what, because the eyes aren't too dramatic. It's a nude lip. You won't look that dramatic. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. And now to set, I'm going to be using the Mercier Translucent Powder. I love this powder so much. I'm going to be setting my under eye with this, but I also do add a little bit of the MAC Studio Fix powder all over my face. But I love this one. I had to get the Studio Fix. It's the one that comes in a little compact. And I just take this, and you do use this very sparingly. It is a full coverage matte, very matte and full coverage. So if you do add a lot, it will make your face very matte, and you will be very full coverage. So just make sure you use this one sparingly. For bronzer, we're going to be using the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish and Give Me Sun. This is an OG, oldie but a goodie. Will never stop using. 1000%. It is one of my favorite bronzers of all time. We're just going to go ahead and apply that all in the other parts of the face. After this step, I do apply some translucent powder. Not necessary. I do it just to clean up my bronzer. You can skip this step, and yes, your foundation will last. I promise you do not need baking for it to last. Then after that, same thing, just to clean up my bronzing nose contour, just add a little bit of that translucent powder to the sides of my nose, like so, just a little tiny bit. Now from here, you can go ahead and finish up the eye. I'm going to go right back in with the same shadows except for this light one. I'm going to use all of the other ones with that small JH4 brush. And I'm going to take it and just smoke out my lower lash line. I added a little bit of brown eyeliner in my lower lash line. You do not need to do that. Usually I'll do a brown liner or a nude eyeliner. Not necessary, but if you want, you can. You don't always have to apply it. It'll look good either way. I just added it because it was in front of me. I start with the dark shade, then go to the lighter shade and the lightest one, and just buff it all under my lash line. I like a very blown out lower lash line, so I do go a little bit lower. You do not have to go this low. I personally like it. If you want to try it, you can go ahead. And if you don't like it, that's totally okay too. I just like a really blown out lower lash line. After I do that, I go in with the darkest shade again and just very closely to the lash line, I go ahead and add a little more. Blend it again, and then we are all done. Alright guys, I went ahead and added some under eye mascara. That is it for the eyes. All I have to do now is lips, highlighter, and some eyebrows. Everybody knows I leave those for last. I cannot do them first to save my life. That is why I do them last, guys. I cannot. Trust me, I cannot. So that is literally that's something that I could say I don't know how to do in makeup, is doing my eyebrows first. I butcher them completely. So for lips, I'm going to show you guys another nude combo that I love. I know you guys are always asking me for nude combos. You guys always like them. And today I'm going to be using these three. It is the NYX Nutmeg Lip Liner, MAC Honey Love Lipstick, and MAC See-Thru Lip Glass. I love a glossy nude lip. That is my favorite ever. I'm going to go ahead and, I cannot talk during this. Let me just warn you guys. Going to apply this. I do overline a little bit. You'll see me overline. You don't have to, but if you do, go ahead. I just do it for a little bit more fullness in the lip area. And I'm going to go ahead with MAC Honey Love. Apply that all over the lip. I love the smell of MAC lipsticks. Yes, I'm a weirdo and I smell my makeup. If you follow me on IG, you would know. I literally smell my makeup. I'm a maniac, I know. And then I'm going to take the lip gloss right over everything else. I love this shade because it's literally like the perfect nude lip gloss. It's beautiful. Today I'm going to be using MAC Whisper of Guilt, one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I love, 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 love this highlighter. You guys, look how beautiful this is. I love a golden highlight. That is my favorite. I love highlighting my temples. I love a highlighted forehead. Like, if we have to enhance this big ass forehead, yeah, we do. A little bit of highlight, and by a little I mean a lot. You will look like a glazed donut. Alright guys, that was it for this simple everyday soft glam. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below any other videos you guys would like to see, any other specific look, video ideas, challenges, questions, whatever. Let me know and I will get those videos to you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye!